Virat Kohli, captain of Team India, an iconic cricketer, a huge brand both in India and overseas, has taken paternity leave, which we all know. He will not be playing the last three test matches scheduled in Australia. He'll come back to India because he and his wife Anushka are expecting their first child. This moment has changed quite a few things, has changed certain dimensions. It has impacted the way uh, the game has been played. The reason being that in the past, such considerations were not easily available, but the BCCI has been very warm and considerate towards Virat. But over and above all of this is the fact that sports persons in India, cricketers in particular, henceforth, young men, when they set up their family, they won't have to contend with this pressure that which comes first, my family or my country. It is not to imply at all that for Virat the country does not matter. Of course, it matters hugely, and he is a very strong patriot, and he has shown a lot of zest for India on the field. It's a personal decision; one must respect that. But it opens up the gates for other cricketers to be weighed in the same fashion, and it has other implications for sport, not only cricket but beyond that. Joining me is Sandeep Mishra, one of India's best-known sports editors, and Sandeep, what were your initial thoughts when this entire issue came up?
Well, I was hugely disappointed, but this is when sports gets into the celebrity area. I mean, you're married to a film star, you're going to get, these are the kind of decisions that an entire nation picks up. I mean, just imagine if a shot putter or a 800-meter runner in the Indian track team would have said that, I'm not going to run this particular championships, nobody would have really bothered or worried about it. But yeah, disappointment. When I say disappointment because I'm a Virat fan. I love when he plays Test cricket. I may be very so-so with what he does in T20 or ODIs, but Test cricket is the pinnacle. I mean, and for Virat, who's such a passionate follower of Test cricket, by when I say follower, I mean he's always pushing Test cricket. For him to say that, okay, I'm not going to be playing three Test matches. I'm not going back. I mean, that comes as a surprise. Number one. Number two, for me, as I said, it's a huge disappointment not to see him striding out, not to see him out there hitting 100 against Australia, not to see him in a place where he is. There's such a huge fan following for Virat, not only in Australia but across the world. I mean, everybody loves watching him when he's playing Test cricket, and I think that's the huge disappointment that I feel.
There are comparisons being made, and while I firmly believe that what Virat Kohli has done is the right thing because his family is top priority, and he should be there for the birth of his first child. But at the same time, strangely enough, the man he considers still his captain, within quotes, the great MS Dhoni, in 2015, when the World Cup was on in Australia, he decided to stay back there. And Sakshi, his wife, was expecting their first child. He did not uh, come back. And he issued a statement at that point in time which says, I've been blessed with a baby daughter. Mom and daughter both are good, but as of now, I'm on national duty. So I think everything else can wait. The World Cup is a very important campaign. Now, this is often cited as an example of the epitome of professionalism where a player put his country first. So we are living in strange times, Sandeep.
No, I think number one, it's unfair to compare what Dhoni did and why Virat is doing this. Both love their families, as everybody loves their families, and everybody wants to be there when the first child is born or when a child is born. But yeah, I mean, again, I mean, for sport, for cricket, uh, it's a huge thing. I mean, you look at it from the point of view of the financials that go into it. You look at it from the point of the amount of hype that a series gets. I mean, Virat playing a series is massive, and and this is not India playing Zimbabwe. With all due respect to other countries, it's not India playing Zimbabwe, India playing Bangladesh or some other country. This is in Test cricket. There is nothing better than India Australia at the moment. So that is the surprising part, that you wait and wait and wait for the India Australia series. we can push the line here and try and take the argument a little further. Would he have done this in a World Cup? I don't think so. Would he have done this in any other championship for that matter? I mean, whether it was a ODI or a or a T20 World Cup semi-final or a final, with Anushka expecting? I don't think so. Of course, they would have scheduled it accordingly, in terms of having the berth. so but again, it's slightly surprising. If it's not hugely surprising, it's slightly surprising for a batsman of the caliber of Virat to say that, against Australia, I'm not going to be playing 3 test matches, because this is where I wouldn't say reputations are made, but this is where, this is what you wait for. This is what a player probably waits for, that he's going to play against the best opponent. And there's nothing better than Australia today.
In pure cricketing terms, I believe with Virat not being there in the rest of the 3 tests in that very important series in Australia, we have already lost the advantage. Harsha Bhogle in his tweet referred to this and he said, "Oh, it just got tougher." So he compliments Virat obviously, but then when he says, "Oh, it just got tougher," it has a certain implication that, oh, it has got tougher and India might not win the series. More upfront was Michael Vaughan, former England captain, great player who did so well against the Aussies in the Ashes. He said that, "I'm very clear, in my opinion, Australia has already won the series." Now, where the Australian team is concerned, the 2 gentlemen will be back who were not there the last time India faced them, which is Steve Smith and David Warner. And there is another young gent called Marnus Labuschagne, who has dramatically transformed his prospects as a test batsman. And of course, looking at the rest of the team and the pace bowlers, we are up against some very serious problems. Also, there are some serious injuries which is plaguing India, and quite a few of the players are either not traveling currently or they are hanging back. Even Rohit Sharma will now fly in only after NCA clears him for his hamstring injury. Riddhiman Saha, the ace wicketkeeper, is injured. So in cricketing terms, when you're talking about this, it is a problem. It is a big problem facing Team India.
I think, when the opponent sees a lineup, he sees the cricketers, and when you don't see Virat there, you're already up a level. You're already feeling that, okay, this is the massively big slot that is not going to come out when they are 2 down, 3 down, in the batting order. That's going to lift Australia hugely. And, we can come around and have a conversation around why did Virat do this, in the sense that, he probably had a conversation with Anushka and he said, okay, this is hugely important. The India-Australia series is also important, but this is massively important. But 0-1 down, and Virat is flying back. Is he going to regret this? Is something that I would want to understand. Is he going to regret this 0-1 down, India 0-2 down, India 0-3 down? Is he going to regret it? That is what is probably will be at the top of his mind when he's in Mumbai, when he's sitting there, he's with his family and all of that. This is what probably will be on the top of his mind.
Also, Sandeep, let's not forget that Cricket Australia is also quite disappointed by his not being there. Of course, the CEO has made very positive remarks about supporting Virat, and he said that we all knew this was going to happen. But there's money riding on this very important test series. We also know that the pandemic has created a lot of problems financially. A man like Steve Waugh has said that, "I'm severely disappointed, in fact, that Virat won't be there." So all these comments are flying around and his presence is already being missed, and it is being seen as a major dampener of what could have been a terrific series.
Of course, take out Steve Smith, you take out David Warner, and you take out Virat. I mean, who? The live audiences are going to go down. People are not going to be as enthusiastic as when you have your top players. I mean, that is what makes a test series. This is not a T20 where, a couple of younger players can come up and suddenly transform a game because you're going to hit a 50 of 25 balls. This is test cricket. You need your best players out there. Of course, what I'm also looking forward to is that who's going to fill up that space, in those. Interesting. But yeah, I mean, without him, live audiences go down. Without him, financially, a lot of sponsors will also have a question mark, with Virat not there. Are we going to get our money's worth? So those are things that I bet he probably also must have tried and explained it to himself. But yeah, as we said earlier, family comes first, and this is something that he really wants it. And for Virat, I think for somebody who's so passionately pushed Test cricket, this must have been a hugely difficult decision. I mean, that's for sure. This is a massive decision for him.
So while for Virat, family comes first, and he has already made that call, due respect to him and support to him. But at the same time, social media was divided. Quite uh, a few opinions went against him, saying that he should have thought of Team India first and not come out of the tour. He does have a problem with quarantine. That in case he had to go back for the remaining tests, he would again have to face a 14-day quarantine period in Australia. That may have deterred him. But at the same time, uh, has BCCI changed its stance towards players? For example, a legendary player like Sunil Gavaskar in '76, he was touring New Zealand, and there was a gap of 20 days between the New Zealand and the West Indies tour. And the Gavaskar family was expecting their first child, Rohan Gavaskar. But the BCCI, as is being reported, did not allow Sunil to fly back. Now that BCCI has changed completely. It is very supportive. It has issued a press statement. So has the BCCI changed its stance, number one? Has the BCCI become weaker in front of other players, or has Virat, the brand, completely subjugated Indian cricket?
No, I mean, no to both. But yeah, things, let's put it in a way that things are much better. Things are much better because the BCCI understands what a player wants. The player is probably putting up his explanation in a very different manner nowadays. But at the same time, it must have been hugely difficult for BCCI. I mean, this is your star player. I mean, just imagine if the India Australia series was a hugely propped up movie and your main actor is not there, your main star and your main hero. I mean, the producers are going to be upset. And let's take BCCI as the producers here. I mean, they must be upset in the sense that, okay, our star guy is not there because the fans in Australia, even though probably they won't be in the stadium, but live audiences are going to get up in the morning because Virat is going to go out to bat. I mean, it's like Sachin Tendulkar. Take him out of the series, you take out of the series. Of course, audiences go down. I think that must have been a difficult decision for BCCI, but BCCI being a professional organization now, and when it's being helmed by Saurav Ganguly, I mean, the president probably understands the captain so much more better because he's been a player. Probably if it was somebody else, things could have been forced. But when you pointed out about the brand, Virat is a huge brand. And if Virat, the brand, wants something, and when I say something, I don't mean in a negative way. I mean in a very positive sense that when he wants that, okay, he wants to be with his family, I think the BCCI would relent, would say, okay, fine, this is your time. This is what a player, a husband, a father really wants it, and let's give it to him.
Okay, a quick instance. Australian fast bowler Mitchell Starc, he flew out of a series back to Australia to attend the T20 World Cup final, where his partner Elisa Healy was in action. Now, it was seen by many that this is a welcome change. He's being very supportive, but quite a few cricket observers felt that he had let his own team down. I also believe somewhere along the line that Mitchell Starc's first priority was towards his own team, but that is another matter. How do you see it?
No, I don't think the team is being let down. At the end of the day, uh, as I said, a lot of things have changed. A lot of things have changed in the sense the beliefs have changed, the way we fine tune our lives have changed, and Virat's step probably is going to open up um things for a lot of players. I mean, in the sense, if somebody has difficulties, if somebody has when I say problems, I don't mean that Virat's thing is a problem or an issue, but the boards are going to listen to it much more carefully because it's just a series at the end of it. It's sport, and family, and whatever Virat wants to be there with Anushka. I think that's paramount. That's hugely important, and the same goes for every player in the world.
Let's hit the last point, which is that it is being discussed in India that what Virat has done has opened the floodgates for other younger cricketers who would obviously get married, have their own families. But earlier there was a bit of a question mark over whether the sport comes first, country comes first. What is the top priority? Where does the family fit in? Earlier, if you recall, even families like wives were not allowed to go on tours. Now that has been eased off. It's been encouraged also to give them together time. But the main point is, for younger cricketers, they now have a role model to look at, knowing fully well that if Virat could take paternity leave, so can they.
No, I don't think so. That's probably a point I'll disagree with you there, in the sense that everybody's not a Virat. Virat can take a decision, but a younger player who's struggling for his place in the side, I mean, who suddenly gets a test call to go to Australia or to go to England or to go to any other country, he will probably fly out, because for him those scores matter. For him, getting out there and hitting 100 on debut, or hitting 100 in his 5th, 6th, 10th Test match where he's been struggling form, and he gets a call, that matters. So he's probably going to keep, and with no disrespect, he's probably going to keep the family and say that, hey, this is also important for me, so let me go. And they probably will let him go. Virat has reached a level where he can afford to, and I say these words very carefully, he can afford to miss an India-Australia series. All of this wouldn't have happened if this wasn't India-Australia, because for us it really matters, for a lot of us who follow cricket, for a lot of us who report sport, this matters, that your best player is out there. But any other player, I don't think so. Any other player probably would have taken that flight.
So basically, you're saying that Virat can afford to do certain things which other cricketers may not be able to do, because he's a much bigger brand, he's iconic. But before we wind this up, one last point. If hypothetically, and if Virat was running the 100 meters for India in the Olympics, in the finals, would he have come back, or would he have made that run?
I think the country would have come to a standstill. I mean, just imagine an Indian athlete reaching a 100 final, or a 200, or a middle, or a 800, or a 1500. But yeah, he probably would have scheduled his or Anushka's, situation right now much better. he would have surely, probably had a child a year earlier, because of the training and all of that goes into an Olympic athlete. And they all train towards what is supposed to be the Olympic Games, those 15 days. Those 15 days are the Asian Games, things like that. Because unlike cricket, and unlike cricket, Olympic sport, Asian Games, and other sport comes once in 4 years. This is Test cricket. This comes every second, third, fourth month. The World Cup cricket, of course, he probably would never have gone off from a World Cup cricket, because that comes once in 4 years. So yeah, I don't think he would have done that. The scheduling for the child would have been better.
Okay, so your advice on family planning for the younger blokes is noted. And like Sandeep is saying, that if it was the Olympics, if it was something like that, then well, they have adequate time to plan. Here also, because of the lockdown, there was a lot of cricket which never happened. Australia is a very valuable tour. It's going to be watched, and Virat will be missed. We wish Virat and Anushka all the best. But what Virat has done has implications for sport in India, for cricket, obviously, and internationally also. It will have its impact, because a lot of Aussies would have looked forward to seeing Virat Kohli bat on their soil. We would have loved to see him win, but still, hopefully, Team India does well. We wish him all the best. Thank you, Sandeep, for your time, and that's all for now.
Thank you.